Art is said to wash away from the soul the dust of everyday life. With this, I welcome you to another exciting episode of Creative Lounge. My name is Ahmed Mohammed Bello. You can also call me the Duke of Abuja. On today's episode of Creative Lounge, we will be examining painting and its intricacies. And joining us today on this episode is a very interesting artist who has made a lot of impact in the art industry in Nigeria. His name is Awoshola Angelo. You're welcome to Creative Lounge.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ahmed.
Yeah, it's really amazing having you here, after seeing your beautiful works.
Thank you very much.
Tell us about how you got into art.
Actually, back then when I was talking to my mom, she told me I started drawing at the age of 4.
Okay.
And eventually, by my own memory, I remembered when I got to 7, I started drawing in school. I happened to be the best in my primary school, my secondary school as well. And but when I got to the university, I didn't study art, but I went to study political science. So I eventually became famous in school from the art. When I drew the lecturer, drew lecturers in my department, out of my department, the vice chancellor of the school, and as well I represented the school in the Ondo State Youth Empowerment Summit. That was 2011, 2012. So I emerged 3rd position in the whole state. So my meeting with the governor got me the publicity in the school. So from there, I started doing something. So
you've been a superstar for a long time. You didn't tell us what school did you attend? What university is that?
Okay, I attended Adekunle Ajasin University, Ondo State.
Ondo State, interesting. Yeah. So you don't have a formal training in art?
Formal training, if you say formal training, maybe by way of academics or going to school. No, I didn't have any certificate in art. But I was born with it, as I said, and I trained myself. Not only training myself, I have mentors. So, and the world is so easy now. You can watch YouTube videos, and from there, that was in 2011, 2012, 13.
Okay.
And I have tutors that I attached myself as my mentors back in Lagos. Before I was able to hold myself on ground. Okay,
I've seen a lot of your paintings, and your detail is very good. You have a very good palette. You play with a lot of light, a lot of colors. But how did you master that? How long did it take you to master, color and light?
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Ahmed. Colors and light have been in my mind for a very long time. But the thing is, I was waiting for the right time to show it to the world. Let's say I was scared how the world is going to receive it. Back then, in my first painting on colors and light was in 2019. So it started when I was applying when I wanted to have a group exhibition at the Centenary City. When we're painting for Let's Go Pink, cancer awareness, breast cancer awareness. So I thought, okay, I think this is the right time to show it to the world. Personally, I love vibrant colors. I love vibrant colors and extreme dark backgrounds, because I eventually studied this Baroque style of art. They call it Baroque movement of art, whereby they use extreme dark colors, but they have a very strong point of color or light that speaks more of the work. So I eventually had this idea running in my head for like 3 years already, but I don't know how to start. So I just got a push by the breast cancer awareness, the pink, and let me just give it a try. And when I did the first painting, I saw the reaction. I was like, wow. Actually, the first painting took me close to 3 weeks before I could paint, because I was scared.
3 weeks to, process the idea before
No,
painting?
3 weeks to paint it, because I've been having the idea in my head for over 3 years. I said I was scared of how to put it on the canvas. So 3 weeks going, it got to a month eventually before I was able to do the first one. And it was lovely. It was lovely. So I started adding, it was just two colors then, the red and, I think the red and yellow. So eventually I added, okay, let me just think of the primary colors. The primary colors are the mothers of all, they are the mother of all colors.
Yeah.
So, and the dark background represents the Baroque form of art and the African setting, the Black Nation.
The Black Nation.
Everything we end into dark, but light still comes out of this same dark. There's no light without dark, and there's no darkness without light. So I try to mash them together and play with the light and dark, which we call chiaroscuro in art. So I was able to bring something out, and the reaction, it's so satisfying. So
it reminds me of a saying that says, darkness teaches the beauty of light. So that's exemplary of your painting. So I've noticed a pattern in most of your paintings. You know, you spoke about the darkness. Well, why do you use a lot of yellow, red, and blue? Blue is very dominant in your paintings.
Yeah, as you can see, I'm putting on a blue shirt.
Okay, yeah, I'm just noticing that.
Blue is my favorite color because to me, it represents calmness, and you can hide under the shade of blue. Because a cool color, they don't know what you can do. If you mix other colors with blue, it gives you other things. Should you mix a red with it, it gives you purple. Mix white with it, a different shade of blue. Yellow, it gives you green. So it means that being blue, you could seem cool, but you can still be a disguise. Personally, that's just my own opinion. And when I use blue more on colors, it just gives this cool feeling for me because it's so calm and it is very close to dark. You get it? It is very close to that. It's just a little bit of mixture that will give you that dark background. And blue is so easy to blend into the background in my paintings. It gives me that opportunity to blend into that dark background, blend into the shades. But the reason why I use the red and the blue is because I want to have this specific palette that is a signature to my own self, just me. And personally, I searched on the internet, as anyone be doing this kind of art, that uses just three major colors. I have not seen myself. I've not seen. Maybe it's just the limit of my research. But personally, I've not seen. And aside the red, yellow, blue, I have this color that is not so seen often, the white. There's always white, and the white is always so minimal because it shows the extremism of the light. When the light is so strong on the character, it becomes white. Are you getting it?
I'm getting you.
Even if something is dark, like a black color, if the light is so strong on it, the beam of the light hits it hard, it gets to white, which means that no matter how something is, or the color it holds, if a pressure falls on it, it will definitely change. It gives room for change. So my palette is based on my interest on the three major colors. The mother of all colors. They give me what I want. They are forgiving, and they are just say the origin of other colors. So that's why I stay true to my major colors and the dark background.
So your characters. You know, I know you used to do secular art in the past. You know, then you evolved and started doing, you know, very symbolic paintings. What inspires, you know, the characters? Like this is a baby holding a dollar. You know, behind you is a hand holding a baby's toy.
Pacifier.
So, what inspires these characters?
In my form of art, when I'm painting figurative paintings, I use people that are close to me. The reason why I use people that are close to me is because I want to use people that can tell my stories, and I can tell my stories through them. And my works don't just represent beauty alone. I don't just paint because I want to beautify your house, or because if you want to buy my art based on the color of the furniture in your house, you are being mistaken. Because if you say, I have a blue curtain, I want to buy, no, please. I'm not selling my work because to beautify your work.
Not for aesthetics alone.
You are buying my work because you are buying a part of me, a piece of me. For instance, taking a look at this, this is my hand,
okay,
and this is my baby.
Okay.
Are you getting me?
Wow.
This is trying to tell the story, the connection between the father and the daughter. And this is a dollar note.
Okay.
This note is precious, money. Are you getting me? Fine. Money cannot buy everything, but the little thing you can give to kids, start giving them at their tender age, so that they will understand that, okay, you have this love for them. That is why I gave it to her as to pose for me. And this one behind, this is my wife's hand.
Okay.
She's holding a baby pacifier.
Okay.
This painting was bettered out of my, should I say, my new life into fatherhood, parenting. Because before I used to think that, why do people don't want to? Some people say they don't want to have children. Some will say they want to have children. And I was in between, why do people choose not to have children? Okay. Then I made a study and I discovered that parenting is not just about having children. It's about changing a whole complete thing about your life. You want to eat, you have to think about your child. You have to, before you do this, think about your child. Anything you're doing, you have to think about your child. You are going out, you have to think about your child. You are going home, you think about them. So when you have this pacifier, what does it do? It pacifies children, right? Now, this person is holding it. It's my wife's hand, but it's definitely representing a parent that is trying to pacify a child. Okay. Are you getting? Now, being pacified, when I title the work, is pacifier. P-A-C-I-Y-F-Y. That's F-I-E-R. That's to pacify someone. Now, I now titled it in bracket P-A-C-I-F-Y-H-E-R. Okay. Pacify her. Okay. That is, make my baby be at peace. Okay. That's the responsibility of a parent. You have to pacify the baby. No matter what, you have to make the child comfortable before yourself. Interesting. A lot. So, this is my wife's hand, my hand and my baby. The one behind here is my wife. Okay. And that other one is my nephew. Your nephew. Yeah. Every of my character, they are not far from me. They are not far from you. People within me, people I can tell my stories in their life. At least in one way or the other, I have an impact in your life. You have an impact in my life. Okay. Are you getting? I just don't download pictures and paint. So it's really interesting, you know, hearing this from you, because you look at a painting sometimes, you don't know what the artist has in mind till you hear him talk about it. And you know, I was wondering before, like, what do these characters symbolize? But hearing it from you now, I have a better knowledge of, you know, of how you paint and why you paint your characters. Thank you. Something still amazes me. Okay. But we're going to go on a short break. When we return, we'll continue from where we stopped. Thank you very much. We'll be right back. You're welcome back, and if you're just joining us, this is Creative Lounge, and we have in the house this very amazing artist, Awoshola Angelo. Thank you. Just before we went on short break, we were talking about the symbolism and the characters in your paintings. There's so much detail in your art, and it shows you take your time to you know, make sure these details come out well. I would like to ask, how long does it take for you to finish up one painting? Okay, thank you very much. My timing in art, okay, in painting, okay, it's, let me quickly take you back, I think that was 2012, 13. Okay. Yeah, I spoke to one of my mentors. I called him up on the phone and I asked him that, how long does it take him to do I think I asked him 16 by 20 inches portrait.
Okay.
And he told me one thing. He said, his own time doesn't really matter.
Okay.
It is how well I can get something that I'm satisfied with. Which means that timing really doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It depends on the mood of the artist. Personally, I could tell you that I've been working on this for a very long time. And remember the portrait I showed you?
Yeah.
I started it just a few hours and I've gone that far. Now, timing on art depends on my mood.
Okay.
When I'm painting, depends on how interesting I am. And sometimes when I want to start a painting, I feel like I can't wait to see the end of the painting. I can't wait to see the end of the painting. I just want to know how it is. So every of my time, my focus, everything on me is bent on painting. That period, I could paint over the night. Keep painting, keep painting. While there will be some times whereby I'll just pick up the brush and I'll get tired of the whole thing. Personally, because that could be because I have something bothering my mind. So I told you that the time I paint within the midnight through early in the morning, or when everywhere is quiet.
Yeah.
That particular time, everything in my head is just silent. I keep painting with empty mind. So at that particular time when I'm painting with empty mind, I can paint a whole house and I would not feel anything.
Okay.
But when I am in a mood whereby my heart is heavy, I have a lot of things going on, definitely I'll be slow. So sometimes I could tell you I'm fast, sometimes I could be slow, but originally I'm a very fast painter, a very, very fast painter. Because it's just like when I'm painting, it's just like I'm repeating what I have done before. Repeating what I've done before, which means that I just feel like it's not new to me. It keeps flowing and I keep painting. But sometimes when my mood is wavered, I could keep painting one particular thing for like forever. So the time is relative.
So the time doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
And you paint better at night.
Yeah, I do paint better.
It's peaceful.
It is quiet.
Yeah. I want to ask you a very important question.
Okay.
Artists usually have weaknesses. You know, everyone has that strength. That party has a lot of strength. You know, I've seen artists who will tell you, I'm not very good at painting faces. So they call a fellow artist who is good with faces to come help them out. Some will tell you, no, I'm not very good at foliage. You know, do you have weaknesses? Do you have, you know, that challenge when you're painting and you're like, no, I'm not very strong in this aspect, so you can paint anything?
Okay. Yeah, when it comes to realism, painting something real, aside cartoons, you know, cartoons are... Now, when it comes to painting realism, I can paint and draw anything. Okay. Anything. When I mean anything. It's not pride, but it's just the level of my capability. Okay. I do tell people around me, the only thing I can draw is what God did not create. Okay. And everything, God created everything. And even what man creates is from the creation of God. It's from imagination of God. I can draw anything, virtually anything. I can represent anything, even smoke, dust, I can represent them. Even a wind blowing, I can represent it with brush, paint, or anything. Now, talking about faces, in fact, faces, portraiture, they are my comparative advantage. Okay. Let it just be your face. Let it just be a face. I'll bring it out, I'll draw it, I'll paint it, no matter how difficult it could be. No matter what is on your face, so far you're a human being. I will draw it. I'll paint it. So I don't have any limitation to drawing or painting. But I don't know. I don't know for now. Maybe anything God has not created yet. So far I can see it and
so maybe you should do. Have you ever tried surrealism before?
Surrealism, yes. Okay. The painting on my WhatsApp DP, the part lion. I have it on my Instagram page. The part lion, and
I recall.
The human face is me. It's my face. Yeah. And actually that painting, I've been thinking of how to bring the animalistic part of me out for some time. So, and I was like, okay, you know, the regular zodiac sign.
Yeah.
I was born July 26th, and they say we are Leo. Leo is represented by lion, and I was like, okay, how can I bring this lion animalistic thing out of me? You know, these features of lion, we believe the Leo exhibit those kind of characters. So I just thought one morning, I think that was 2018.
Okay.
And I took a selfie of myself, like snarling like a lion, like roaring, and I downloaded a picture of a lion, because I don't have a lion in my house. Downloaded a picture of a lion, and I just sketched the lion, and I sketched part of my cuts half, and I had to paint them into each other, the skin, the hair. The eye of the lion happens to be the both eyes, so that it will bring out this horrific, this look, this scare, and the beards and everything, the teeth, the fangs. I have to make the human part have the fang of lion, and the blood stain on the teeth. So I did that already before I even knew that I was painting surrealism. Because I really don't know much about surrealism. I was just trying to do something unique, something different. But I didn't know the value of the painting until when I sold it, I think 4 years later.
Wow.
You know, I sold it 4 years later. When I did the painting then, 2018, the value I placed on it was $50, no, $200.
Okay.
$200 in 2018 was about 50,000. So eventually in 2021, 2021 stroke early 2022, 2022, I sold it for about $200,000 naira.
Wow.
So it appreciated, and the person that bought it is an art collector. He said he has seen the painting in 2018. So when he came to my house to see the painting, he said the value still remains the same. The same painting, what he saw then is, he said what he's seeing in physical is finer than what he posted on. I posted on. I said, I really don't know. So I didn't know I was painting realism.
Interesting. You've touched, different aspects of art. We'll be rounding up soon. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. So far in your journey, in the art industry, so far, what would you say has been your most happiest moment and your most lowest moment in the art world?
The happiest moment of my life so far was when my first solo exhibition came in at the time when I welcomed my first child.
Okay.
So it happens to be the best moment of my life, because I've been running towards having a solo exhibition, and I have a friend of mine, Kolapo. He told me, Angelo, keep working, keep working, keep working. Something may come up one day. And eventually, through his help and some other people, my representative, a Spanish ambassador in Nigeria, a Spanish expatriate in Nigeria, a white woman, my representative, she was the one that linked the exhibition and got me the solo exhibition for me. So it was the day of my exhibition, the opening of my exhibition. I think the second day was my child's christening.
Wow.
So if my wife had given birth a day before, I would have been welcoming the child that day and the day of my solo exhibition. So it was a double joy for me. That was my best time so far. And my lowest time, I think the lowest time is what is common with every artist. When we don't have money. When we are broke,
I know, right?
Well, brokenness is the key inspiration, no? I know. The key inspiration, where color blue go turn red for your eye. You won't know what you are painting. I just pick up my brush. I was like, nobody go buy this thing. I mean, what I do? I just drop.
Every artist goes.
Just drop the brush. So cost of materials are expensive. They're getting expensive. So it is a low time for us when we don't have the money to buy the materials.
I can relate. You can just, it's usually said that don't paint for the money, but paint for the passion, because if you paint for the money, you may never even want to paint again.
That's true.
but it's passion that drives you, I'm sure.
Definitely, definitely. You won't believe in my last exhibition, my solo exhibition, I never sold a work.
That last one, the last
This
one.
solo exhibition that we're
Third
talking
Pyramid?
about. No. I mean,
Which one?
this Nordic Hotel, my solo exhibition.
Okay.
I didn't sell a piece at the exhibition venue. But look at me today. I'm happy. I'm happy.
It's the
In fact,
satisfaction that comes.
I'm just happy. I'm just happy because eventually, I'm just happy because my profile on the internet has changed in just a short period. My works are on Hatsy, First Bliss, big art market online. So
Interesting. you're inspiring me. You know, just we're going to round up now. Say a quick one to people watching out there, people who want to be, you know, artists. There are people who are down. A lot of people are going through things. You know, just say something to them.
Okay, this is something for me. I wouldn't tell you to try to compete with someone else. But personally, I wake up every day to compete against myself. I want to be the best against myself. And what I do tell young coming artists that do talk to me that what has been the source of my success so far, all I just say is keep painting, keep drawing every day, because one day, you don't know what you will draw. One day, it's going to be your best day. So just keep drawing. Keep doing what you love doing.
Before we round up the show, let's take a look at Angelo's studio.
Hi everyone, my name is Aoshola Michael Angelo, a 21st century photorealistic Baroque artist. Please join